My weary head. Thank you. Hey, Richard is here. Need a chair. I stole Richard's stool. Stan. you guys said, what's that? It's a guitar.
Is that a guitar?
I said, yeah, it's a guitar.
You play it?
I said, yeah, I play it a little bit. He said,
you play it good?
I said, I played all right, you know.
He said, I bet you play hillbilly music.
And I said, yeah, kinda, yeah. How did you know? He said,
You look like a hillbilly.
so I felt good. Good done.
Santa Claus said, Eureka, I got the greatest idea. He called his elves in his office and said it's time to branch out a little. This year we'll give presents, not only to the Christians, we'll give them to the Muslims, to the Hindus and the Jews. I pretty much decided that this is what we're gonna do. But I'd like to get some feedback and hear what you guys think too. Eddie slowly got up. For an elf, he was pretty darn big. He looked at Santa. He started talking. He said, who do you think you are, Jesus? Who do you think you are, Moses? Do you think you're Elijah? Or the prophet Muhammad? I knew Joan of Arc. You know Joan of Arc. You're as fat as the Buddha, but the resemblance stops there. You're no Mother Teresa. You're not even Bob Geldof. During hands across America, you were nowhere to be seen. So let's get this straight, mister. You're an employee. You're a delivery boy, like a Domino's pizza guy. We're the ones who make the stuff. You just haul it around. We work all year long. You put in one damn day, so no more bad ideas. It just ain't gonna happen. We've got our union. We never go for it. Not in a recession. But the rest of the industry is looking at cutbacks, is facing retrenchment. In fact, we were thinking of taking the hard line, crossing Catholics off the list, crossing off the Lutherans, let the Episcopalians buy toys for their own kids. Forget the Mormons, they got 10 wives, they don't need toys, we can have a small party, a holiday get together, invite a couple Methodists, pour some Gallo Burgundy, Christmas don't have to be a big deal, we can play a little Twister, people aren't gonna mind, the Presbyterians won't even notice, and Santa said hold it. What the hell is going on here? I may not be Jesus, and I may be even the Elvis. I didn't do shtick on comic relief. I didn't sing on We Are the World. But goddammit, I'm Santa Claus. I'm still Santa Claus. And until I'm notified that there's some other Santa Claus, we give toys to the Catholics. We'll give toys to the Lutherans. We'll give to the Seventh-day Adventists. We'll give to the Episcopalians. We'll give to the Mormons. We'll even give to the Quakers. Okay, forget the Hindus. Okay, forget the Jews. I don't have their sizes. I don't know what they like. Besides, they don't even believe in me. And so he yanks my chain a little. Let them fight the holiday crowds. Let them go to Toys R Us. I don't know where Jesus gets off with this golden rule bit. That's easy for him to say. He never had to haul around a big bag of junk. don't get me started, man. I could tell you stuff you wouldn't believe. You think Moses was a pretty good guy? You just go on and think that, okay? Look, I'm Santa Claus, I know my place. I'll be jolly when I'm in your sight. I'll say Merry Christmas to all and you all a good night. Merry Christmas, 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 and to all a good night. And if you see Rudolph, I did not say, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? I said, won't you change the hay tonight? That little booger took off with my sleigh. It was my best sleigh. And I haven't seen him since. Kindly tell him get his butt back here if he knows what's good to him.
Oh yeah. We're tight. Everybody asks you, just tell them we're tight. Not yet. Yeah. All right. I'll try this. I'll try one by myself, just cause you know, it's new and I wouldn't want to do a song that you guys don't know. Lord knows. Watch my back. Well, I'm glad I'm not the mayor. I don't want to be the guy that everybody's pissed at because the phones don't work. And I'm glad I'm not the governor. I don't want to be the guy that everyone's pissed at because the kids are all on skateboards. And they wear stupid t-shirts. And they're stupid. And I'm glad I'm not the president. I don't want to be the guy everybody's pissed at on account of the girl that just left out my back door, carrying her shoes and her underwear and her teeth. But I think it would be really great if one day a year everybody stopped what they were doing and painted a picture on the wall. The president would make sure no one would have to work by making it a national holiday. The governor would allocate funds so that everyone would have brushes and paint. The mayor would set up a delivery system so that everybody could get the stuff. And one day a year, everybody would just paint. Maybe there'd be assignments at first. hate your own feet, or just go paint whatever. And sure, there'd be problems, and people who worked in healthcare would still have to work, and the ambulance drivers, and okay, maybe even the police. Although when people got in fights over the paintings, as they will, maybe it'd be best just to leave and go at it. Or not. I don't know. That's for the mayor to decide. That's for the governor to decide. That's for the president to decide. Maybe he can ask his little girlfriend. You think we should still have the police on painting day? No, honey. And of course, people would still need to eat. And I'm tempted to say, well, we'll also have it be a day when everybody cooks. Except people in places like New York City have forgotten how to cook. Maybe we'll have to make that another day. And I'm willing to predict that the president who actually makes National Painting Day a reality for him will repeal the 26th Amendment, or the 27th, or the 25th, or whichever one is about not electing a guy more than twice that we put in after Roosevelt. I think the president's gonna be really popular. And if you add to that painting in the nude, I think they might just make you dictator. Well, that's all I wanted to say tonight. Thanks. See ya. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do some old ones. So Joe Torre today. Did you hear that gasp? Somebody gasped. Somebody actually gasped. That was incredible. Wow, I wish I had seen Joe Torre today. Baby, let me follow you down. Baby, let me follow you down. I'd do anything in this goddamn world if you just let me follow you down. I buy you a diamond ring. I buy you a wedding gown. I'd do anything on this goddamn world if you just let me follow you down.
Baby, let me follow you down. Baby, let me follow you down. I'd do anything on this godmighty world if you just let me follow you down. I'd do anything on this godmighty world if you just let me follow you down. signed a copy of Tropic of Cancer. The only thing weird about it is that a year ago I never thought I'd paint again. I decided I wasn't gonna ever paint again. It doesn't bother me too much. Warhol's dead, David Hockney's still alive. I don't need to paint. I've painted over 10,000 paintings. Sad ones, funny ones,
said it's been a few months. If you have patience, I'll get the hang of it again. In the next few weeks, I've painted her hundreds of times. If I get the nose right, the chin's too long. If I get them both right, the face is too thin. But I keep after it, and one day I'll get it all right. I painted a still out this morning. Overthrow lies and sin on a copy of Tropic of Cancer. The only thing weird about it is that a year ago I never thought I'd paint anything again. I think I might go visit Estelle. Those Utah mountains are good for the soul. I'll bring my brushes, some Jack Daniels, and we can make up for lost time. She goes, why, baby, 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 why have you turned your back on love? Why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why have you turned your back on love? You had so many chances, why did you let them all go by? Well, sometimes it feels like there's so much that you need. Sometimes the world is upside down. Sometimes it feels like the only thing you need is holding someone's hand and you are in I don't do any songs about artists. Sorry.
Krautmeyer. Let's have a silent G in there.
Oh, he's an artist. Wow, I haven't done that one for a while. Christmas caroling this year. I can't see any of you because, you know, the lights are so intense up on stage. I can't see more than like 4 rows back. It's hard to stay in touch. But maybe we could just hear a voice vote, you know, like they're doing for the impeachment, you know? Do they say aye or yay? Yay? Okay, so let's hear. How many of you have gone caroling? Just got 2 of you. Well, if I was Henry Hyde, I'd say, okay, well, that passes on a voice vote. That's fine. Let's move on to the next article. How many of you are gonna go caroling? Okay, that passed. You know, there were 4 senators, no, 4 of the House people in, I can't remember if it was, I never do this. I was reading the New York Times and I started underlining stuff because it was so unbelievable. 4 of these guys said, well, we voted for it. We voted for impeachment, but we don't think he should be removed. And it's like the last thing that it says in the impeachment that they voted for was he should be removed. It's like, man, hello? I was never going to say that phrase again. I had resolved that I wasn't going to, but I thought that just kind of called for it. I just wanted to get out a big Sharpie and write, hello, on the whole front of the New York Times that day. Send it to my congressman. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure I can find out. I'd ask, you know, my friends. Charles Manson doesn't even know his last name anymore. Charles Manson has a bum. Oh boy. Are you gonna clap for every line? You should. I don't know this song. Charles Manson met a bunch of people who believed his every word, who followed his directions to cut a bunch of rich people. Would they still have done it if they'd known his name was Krautmeyer? I kinda doubt it. Charles Manson had a bunch of people who believed his every word, who followed a bunch of rich people. Oh my God. And Charles Manson's real name was Charles Krautmeyer. Charles Manson's real name was Charles Krautmeyer. This is as good as Jingle Bell. Charles Manson's real name was Charles Krautmeyer. talk to him for half an hour, then spend the night on his papers, then run home and tell her wise about it. Yeah, maybe he ought to go back to Krautmeyer. Maybe he should ignore the, maybe they'd ignore the swastika on his forehead, stamped approved on his papers. We hereby parole you, Charles Krautmeyer. Charles Manson's real name was Charles Krautmeyer. Charles Manson's real name was Charles Krautmeyer. This is an analogy for the Christ child. Did you know that Jesus' real name was Mordecai Mandelbaum? And his mother, Imelda Mandelbaum, she of the virgin loins. Nobody had ever touched her when she gave birth to little Mordecai. I know this for a fact because I went up to her several years after he had been born, and I said, I had had a little bit to drink, and I said, hey Melda, what's shaking, baby? And she said, look, I'm just here for one drink, and then I'm going home alone. And I said, come on, give it up. Give it to me, baby, like you've done for the Lord. She looked at me like I was a piece of trash, which admittedly, in those days, I resembled. She said, nothing doing. I wouldn't go with you if you were the last man on earth. I said, the last man? That's harsh. And in spite of me, and I'm not proud of this, I called her a bitch. She looked shocked, but not that shocked. What I mean to say is, I think she had been called that before. But it didn't faze her, because she had her standards. And she wasn't going to lower them for the likes of me. No, she was the Lord's baby. Everybody knew it. And after a while, word got around. And even when she'd come down to the bowling alley in her most fetching dress, that one where you could almost see the pink of her areola. Nobody go near her. Not for lack of interest. It was just clear she's the Lord's baby. And there was no getting around it. And sure, maybe you could bowl a 280 and 290, maybe even once in a while, once in a lifetime, you'd get that sucker to fall down, all of them, 12 times in a row. And you'd get yourself a 300 game. And you'd look it over at her like, Melda, Miss Mandelbaum, Mrs. Mandelbaum, time. I'm never sure which it is. Let's go with Ms. Ms. Mandelbaum, this seems to be my night. And you're looking there so good in the corner in that fetching dress. But she just twirled a little piece of hair between her finger and her thumb and yawn, blow her fingernails dry as if to say, my baby always bowls a 300. Yeah. I'm a family man. I don't care who knows it. You know, all this talk, well, I'm just a family man. Give a year of my life to know what happened in Dallas, November 1963. I'd give 1 year of my life to know what happened in Dallas, November 22nd, 1963. I wouldn't give you next year though. You can go ahead and take that one when I was 13. Cause I'm a family man. Well, Ford, Chrysler, GM, and Isuzu, they don't make those things that take you from one place to another anymore. You don't know what those are here in New York. But out in the rest of the country, they got things called Ford, Chrysler, and GM, and Isuzu. They used to take you from one place to another. They don't anymore. They're just private meditation chambers. And if you happen to take one to the store, well, then you take it to the store. Because I'm a family man. I spoke to the Lord. I said, Lord, what do you say? Let me have one go-round with that milk. I spoke to the Lord up on high. I said, come on, let me see if a milk is as good as you say she is. He said, I'll bowl you for it. I'm a family man. New Orleans, and then I drove back to Houston, and then I dropped off the rental car, and then I picked up my car, and then I drove on back to New Orleans. I rented a car because my car broke down in Houston, and I rented a car in Houston, and I drove to New Orleans, and I drove back to Houston, and then I drove to New Orleans again, then I drove back to Houston, got my car, drove back to New Orleans, saw my pretty baby there, then I drove back to Houston. Saw the Rockets play a couple games, and I went to New Orleans and took in the Saints with my dick who used to be with the Bears, and then I drove back to Houston in my car. My girl said, "You're crazy." I said, "Baby, come on, I'm a family man." Six-pack, I got 8 packs of cigarettes. That's about how far away from you I am. Then I'm 4 6-packs of 2 hungry camels and a couple of dentine chewing gum packs stuck behind my ear away from you now. I live on the highway, you live in that town out east. Thinks the rest of the country dropped off a bridge in 1957 and drowned. I'm a family man. Lord God, I'm a family man. And I just wish the family in the car ahead of me would just pull over and get themselves stuck in the sand for a couple of 1,000 years. Yeah, strap on that dildo, baby. Tonight I feel like getting fucked in the ass. Strap on that dildo, baby. Well, you say you can't find it? I got a friend who might be able to help you out. She hangs down in the bowling alley sometimes, in the corner. She's got a fetching little dress. She's got a whole bag full of them. And I feel like getting fucked in the ass. I can't help it. That's just the kind of family man I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take 5 hot water bottles and some thermoses and some suppositories with me. And I'm gonna look at the ceiling and I'm gonna find all the stains. And I'm gonna call them something by name. I'm gonna call one of them Fred, one of them Joe, and I'm gonna call one of them Fyodor after Dostoevsky. Yeah. Do you know that Fyodor Dostoevsky has the same number of syllables as my sister's married name, including the name that if my dad hadn't changed his name, she would have had Fyodor Dostoevsky. No. Jennifer Bernstein Vogel. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Jennifer Bernstein Vogel. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Hey, 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 Okay. Hey, you want to hold the song for me? This is Boy Genius, everybody. Give a hand for Boy Genius. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah.
Great man.
All right, that's it.
You're a great man.
Excellent, excellent. Let's use Merle then.
Okay.
Looks like we get. Hillary don't suffer in silence. There's something there inside that wants to explode. Let it go. If you don't, and it does. So Hillary don't suffer in silence. Oh boy. It's okay, we'll get it right. That comes up 19 more times in the song. The same thing. It just repeats. Hillary don't suffer in silence. There's something there inside that don't feel right. Let it go. If you don't, it just grows. So Hillary don't suffer in silence. Okay, 18 more now. Hillary don't suffer in silence. If there's something there inside that don't feel right, let it go. If you don't, it just grows. So Hillary don't suffer in silence. Hillary, tell us a secret. Hillary, pull on the chair. Hillary, air out your laundry. It seems like everyone else gets to air out theirs. Hillary, tell us a story. Hillary, tell us a joke. Hillary, listen to this one. A blank walks into a bar, says I have smoke. Hillary, tell us your problems. Hillary, pull up some floor. Hillary, find a good place to hide now. I'll count to 10, then I'm coming through the door. Hillary, find a cathedral. Hillary, making you a friend. Hillary, taking a movie. The old one where you still don't know the You with it so far? Do you think Boy Genius is doing a nice job here? Nice little job. That's a hard job to get. Hillary gets you so dirty. Roll in the mud. Hillary, try some of this stuff. It's given to me by my best buddy. Hillary, get yourself nasty. Hillary, get yourself kissed. Hillary, you got nothing to lose now. Is there anything here that you mind? Hillary, don't be an angel. Hillary, don't be a saint. Hillary, get you a notebook. This might be a good time for you to play. You didn't think I was gonna get that in this song, did you? You're not alive, are you? You know, I'm just gonna stop talking to my audiences. be really aloof. This fourth wall will still be made out of bricks pretty soon. Yeah, I went and saw Eat the Document, and I just thought, okay, that's how I'm going to be from now on. I'm not going to take any notice of anybody. I'm going to be just a totally aloof asshole all the time. So that's what I'm going to do. Hillary on southern signs. Hillary, let yourself go. Hillary, stop taking showers. Hillary, let all the hair on your body grow. Hillary on southern signs. If there's something there inside that wants to explode, let it go. If you don't, it grows. So Hillary on southern signs. Hillary on southern signs. If there's something there inside you don't like, let it go. If you don't, it grows. So Hillary on southern signs. Now some people think the devil is all hairy and wild, screaming in his underwear. But the devil likes his math to be correct, and the devil likes his corners square. With Chamberlain, who's probably seen plenty of the devil, built a house without a square corner in it. Picasso liked to keep the devil out of his work. And I dare you to find a square in it. Now the thing about the Nazis wasn't only that they killed a lot of Jews, but they killed them and they kept these meticulous records of systems, procedures, and rules. The devil was there in Germany, checking out names and checking his map, then going home to his family, eating sausages and running his bath. Swoosh, 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 baby. Swoosh, 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 baby. Swoosh, 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 baby. Swoosh through the air with the greatest of ease, baby. Oh. Now the swoosh is the corporate sign of the beast, and the devil's in some Wall Street tower, checking out who's in his pocket, checking their shirts and their shoes and in their shower. Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan wear the check mark. Smile with the camera and keep your mouth shut. And their shoes and their clothes and their check marks were made by some barefoot kid in some little hut. And the horse on the Denver Broncos helmet is a new one that Nike designed. And on the horse's nose there's a check mark, and they weren't gonna lose this time. Too much money can ruin things. It can ruin music, it can ruin sports. square corner in it. I know a guy who's seen plenty of the devil. Built a roundhouse with lots of exits. The Egyptians, they built their pyramids to keep the devil out of their house. Me, I'm scared of a house at all, so I keep driving and I'm careful who I stop for. Too soon, too baby, too soon, too baby, too soon, too baby, too soon, young man's supposed to be. A few years after that, he breathed his final breath, but there's some secret he forgot to whisper to me. I'm lost, crazy lonesome, away with no place to land. I do not have to wait with you. So I look in the mirror and I wait for the damn thing to speak. Who needs answers? One good question would be a relief. So I go to all the movies and I memorize my lines and I try to stumble through another day. But I'm always looking for the perfect jacket or $1 million or a bullet. Is it only me who goes through life this way? I'm lost, crazy lonesome, afraid with no place to land. I do anything to make it be like a man. Make it feel like a man. Make it feel like a man. I won't be here next week. I'll be in Delaware on Wednesday. If you aren't coming down to Delaware, come here anyway, because Duke's going to play. We'll see. Y'all sing one with me?
It could be.
Cheery little song.
Nice ending.
All right, I never sung this song. Well, I guess I have, but not by choice. But I will now. I heard Patti Smith sing White Christmas last week. Man, that knocked me right out of my socks. It's not hard. I mean, I have very loose socks. Okay, y'all gotta sing it with me, for real. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon Bern. Now, wait a minute. I was thinking today, what the hell is around yon Bern? Are they saying she's fat? think, if I was her agent, I would be pissed. I'd be like those, I read an article about these rap artists who beat up the magazine writers. Man, they got it right. I've wanted to do that so many times. Yeah, well, we were singing a song here. Round young virgin mother and child, holy infant. Now, I had to learn this when I was a little kid, and they didn't teach it to us, they just taught it. And so, it's like misheard lyrics. I was always wondering, what's an infant so? Holy infant so, comma, tender and mild. Holy infant so, tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Now, we'll do the next verse. It's like knowing the second verse of the Star Spangled Banner. Nobody knows it, so we'll just do the same one again. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Yeah.
There it is. Have a good one. Enjoy. Drive recklessly. Bye.